Okay. Like, I am actually prepped and shit. Well, that never happens. Of course I say that. We are going to be streaming LGB versus Zorzo. And I am kind of stoked for this one. LGB's deck is a Crab Keeper of Air Scorpion Splash deck. It has a wide variety of cards that I am super into. Um, we've got Mark of Shame, Soci Diviner, Miyako, and one Forgery for the Scorpion Splash. Then we've got Assassination Censures, Common Causes, relatively standard crab things, Warden of the Damned for Dishonor tricks, Fire and Oil to key off of that. Strategic Weak Point can be used to punish a win, which is really, really nice. And then we've got a fairly normal set of Dynasty characters. Nothing too terribly surprising. Hitasugi and Kagoi, I'm going to assume are primarily there for cheap uniques for Way to Duty. Overall, kind of an interesting deck. Pardon me, someone's at my door. I'm kind of recording something right now, but you are welcome to come in and hang out with the back. I'll let them know you're here. Make yourself at home. I'll let them know you're here. Sorry about that. That was kind of weird. I got to take care of a thing real quick. Okay, let's see. So that's the crab deck. Crane deck is Crab Splash, Subterranean Guile for Covert. Seems like an interesting take on the Diplomat deck. We have Toshimoko's ZRL card, not Magistrate Station. Besides that, it looks like a fairly standard Diplomat deck. Doubling up Way to Duty, Shameful, and City is going to be real good since they're all void provinces for Way to Duty to trigger. Let's get into this game. Okay. What else do we have to go over that's interesting? LGB saying he needs a couple minutes, so we have time to go over this. I may have to duck out. We'll see what happens. Treasured Gift is good to stymie attackers, although I think this crab deck is more long game oriented. There is one reprieve out of the Crab Splash. The Netsu is going to do work like it always does against Crab. Master Court's good for reusable cancels. Plus a set of Voice of Honors. Only 2 Way of the Cranes. It's kind of interesting. It seems to be slipping out of favor. LGB looks like he's going to need another couple minutes, so I'm going to step away for a moment, and I will be right back. Okay. My girlfriend's mother has made an unexpected appearance, and that is odd. So, uh, should be good to finish this out though. So good times. Glad I don't have to deal with that directly. What do we got in the current deck? Nothing terribly unusual. 12 holdings is probably enough for Subterranean Guile to do its work. Make your case. This is a card from the new cycle. Initiate a political duel against a character. Put one fate on the duel's winner. Okay, so it's quasi-safe. I expect that's going to make Toshimoku stick around for quite some time. This feels like it can be super, super toxic here. Gonna use a. Gonna date myself with this reference. I'm gonna phone a friend here, get in a Cocaster, which means I'm gonna need these. That way you guys do not have to listen to terrible, terrible echo. Let's unmute the input audio. Fun times. We'll do this on the fly. So this is clearly a recipe for success. Let's see. Let me mute myself real quick so I can coordinate this. Doesn't look like they're about to start. It's always fun when you're doing things like okay. I have Panos. known as Not Fragile on the Discord, has graciously decided to help Cocast. Hopefully, you can see his camera as well, and hopefully, you can
Hello.
hear him.
Hello to my fans. Thank you for having me here. Always an honor.
So, Panos is saying he had a hand in the crab deck, which I did mention earlier on the stream. I really, really dig. I kind of like how there's a wide variety of cards. There's a lot more one-ofs and two-ofs than you commonly see, which I think is kind of neat. I assume this is playing as a. I was gonna say, I assume this plays as a Dishonor deck.
It plays a Dishonored deck. It did get some inspiration. Like I'm taking no credit for it. It is 99% LGB. He took inspiration from Cube's list, but he's in a completely different way.
Okay.
And the very spicy inclusion that I think can't be game deciding is the strategic weak point.
Yeah, with the Apprentice Engineer and Soshi Diviner, I can definitely see that jumping out at a very bad time. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so I just, because I saw the list, it looked confusing. We had made some changes with LGB that he forgot to submit.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is purely LGB's build.
Let me see if I can just tweak this camera a little bit. Okay, there we go. That looks better. Okay, so since you helped with this deck, what's it looking for on like a turn one flop? Is there anything in particular it needs to see, especially against this matchup?
Against this matchup, you probably hard mulligan for a 2G, but also like a Gallant Quartermaster, Kaiba, and Vayne's Funeral Fire are all very welcome cards.
Yeah, it gets the economy going. So
yeah.
we don't see any of those cards, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, that's super rough actually.
I assume the Shrewd Yusuke is going to get purchased here with some Fate, and Netsu with only one Fate seems a little weird, because it seems like he'd be really good against this deck type.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't have a Voice of Honor in his hand and he's scared of the assassinations.
Fair enough. Because, like, I saw a crab game earlier that just got hosed by Netsu being on the board, like, the entire game.
I know, man. I've been on the receiving end of it.
LGB do a.
Yeah, that's a patented LGB build.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because now forgery is turned on. No, it's not. It's backwards. I have it backwards.
It's not about the forgery. It's LGB loves as a player. He loves the bit 4. He does that even on his Phoenix, his Bird Phoenix. He loves to bid 4 turn 1 and then decrease the bid and finish the game by dating you out.
Okay, so this is just playing into that Dishonor strategy.
Yeah, it's LGB shenanigans.
Okay.
Which I love them.
I was gonna say I love me some shenanigans too. It's just great. And Cocast, you are very welcome for the stream. It's a little last minute, but I'm glad that it seems things are working well, and we didn't have any technical issues getting Panos in here.
Hey, we made it.
Yes.
I expected it to be rough, honestly.
So this is, I guess, just a throwaway conflict.
Probably. Let me see.
Voidwing just forces Netsu to block and takes it off the table to protect the Yusuke.
Would be nice if he had a katana. He would have probably played it here, I guess.
Yeah. I assume, like, most crab decks just ends up going for um, punching hand resources and just taking them away one by one.
That's I don't want to cry, but like that's our theme for the perceivable future.
Yeah. Well, it's a
It's a very nice
reasonable
thing.
theme. It,
Yeah.
it's solid. It's good. Crab has always, I said always, most of the time kind of floated near the top tier, except for a couple instances. We see LGB going in for another conflict at Suma. I expect we'll see some card draw.
Maybe LGB will go for the court games here to assassinate the Netsu.
Yeah, getting able to court games up would be huge
Mm.
because Netsu needs to go away.
I low-key expected to see Serpent Has in the attack, but he doesn't run them. He runs Katanas instead.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Uh,
The audio cut out for a second.
sorry. I expected to see Serpent Hasi in the attack,
Ah, okay.
Sharp Stick,
Yep, yep.
but he opted for find Katanas instead.
Okay, we see a make your case.
Now that's unusual.
One of the very new cards. That is decent against a court games because now voice is still turned on. Putting a fate on the Doji Whisperer is kind of meh at best. Um, but I guess it does make it just that much harder for LGB to win anything here. And we see him pass. So Zorzo's going to get the ring,
Yeah.
or get the favor. And oh, we didn't see the Vanguard Warrior trigger.
He can't because
because
Netsu's in play.
You're right. See, I know he
I
does
think
bad things to Crab. I just keep forgetting that he exists.
yeah, I think honestly LGB maybe messed his fating up a bit.
Yeah, I
Strongest
think.
Warrior should have been with one.
Yeah, with Netsu Netsu being in play or in the row, it would have made sense to put one fate on the Vanguard Warrior and try to clear Netsu off the table next turn to use it. All right. Not a great flip for LGB, although I don't think Zorzo is going to be able to really attack into this. On the other hand, we've got some big characters on Crane's side: Master of the Court, Narishma, Doji Challenger, and Cunning Negotiator from last turn.
Okay. LGB can do some stuff because he runs a lot of conflict characters, but he has nothing to play around the overt, right? For Master of the Court.
Not that I saw. Although conflict character does do it. I kind of wonder if you're running. Was the crab deck ever tried out with Kyuden Hida instead of Shiro Nishiyama? Because it seems like if
This
you're running
one?
the Kyuden Hida instead of the core stronghold, since you're running Bob the Rebuilder, being able to put your holdings into discard piles seems like it could have been useful.
Yeah, certainly. For me, Shiro Nishiyama does not exist.
That actually seems
like,
reasonable. Kyuden Hida does so much more.
Yeah, like just not being spy locked is pretty huge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, LGB with another sneaky bid.
Yep, dropping the bids bit by bit. We do see a Cunning Negotiator bot with all the fates. So Fertile Fields is okay. Meditations is not great. I don't know if I would have invested in the Negotiator that much because only Fertile Fields is usable, I guess, by him.
That's actually very correct.
I probably would have dumped that money in the Master of the Court because that way you can, it's a reusable cancel you can do. Okay, so
Yeah.
we see an attack at water at fertile fields. The one place the cunning negotiator is useful, he's not at. Uh,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yusuke triggers. Kind of. Oh no, he went fire. He was thinking water.
Yeah.
Um,
Currently, LGB just needs to survive with one break. Like, that's his goal for the turn.
yeah, I think like he's got all the money in the world. Seeing both fire and oils this early is not great, but
Yeah.
he does have the Bob the Rebuilder to, get him back if he needs to. Favorable
Oh.
ground sends Netsu home.
That's huge. Okay, so LGB will survive this round.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
think.
that buys him the turn, the half turn that he probably desperately needed, and he's still got the card off of Fertile Fields and Shrewd Yusuke.
Yeah. This is
Um,
horrible.
I
Uh,
I wouldn't
not
have
not as a play, but like as a situation, I feel.
for
b-
Zorzo or
uh,
for LGB.
For George, it's kind of getting rough now because you only run two Netsus, and that's the first one down.
Yep.
So.
We see a treasured
Oh.
gift on the skirmisher. I don't know if that was worth it because you could have just as easily defended and thrown a treasured gift on a character that was going to stick around longer.
Yeah.
Because whatever you like, even if you whatever you attack into right now, he's going to go back to fertile fields. But I imagine he's going to go political, so the negotiator and the whisperer are going to get hit by two fire and oils. I mean, he's still going to break, but
Well, we are breaking without 100% anyway.
yeah,
We are not getting the negotiator duel off though, which is pretty big.
yeah, like he's got a favorable ground sitting there. It would have made sense to like moving Netso out is fine. He could have moved the negotiator in to also draw a card and at least maybe get a ring as well.
He might have been able to break because he would be able to trigger Yuden Kakita.
He'd be I mean, I guess, but still, it would have like caused resources to be expended, right?
Well, yeah, but it's one of those things where it's hard to say who is on the clock against like between those two decks.
I mean, that's true too. Um, the airing
I do
here,
know that LGB considered this deck to be a crane counter,
really.
which, yeah, which for me it seems like super weird.
Well, I mean, if you're running Kikuyos and not Kikuyos, Miyakos and Marcus Shames, that does an awful lot to keep um, Crane in check. Although most train decks that are running, most diplomat decks are running Magistrate Station, not um, Toshimoko.
Yeah, Toshimoka is a very unusual choice on Zorzo's part, and also like shout outs to Brazil for stepping up in Clan Wars in this event, and
Mm-hmm.
in general, like we see players and we see different meta that we didn't know existed pretty much.
Yeah, that is the nice thing about Clan Wars is the fact that it's by design very non-meta. Um,
Yeah,
so we see a Soshi Diviner come down, not in the conflict. I assume that's going to save the fire and oil. Does it have to be participating to do that? Nope, choose. Yep, so he saves the fire and oil. I'm going to guess he moved it over to upholding authority.
that would be my guess as well.
Yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't. Well, no, I guess the skirmisher is going to stay standing, and we're going to see the diviner try and get a win through on Netsu. because then LGB will get the favor,
Yeah. Um,
and then the
he can
funeral.
just attack for the fate as well. Like that's perfectly okay.
Yeah, but like uh, Zorzo has to defend here, and I don't see this being as a super crucial conflict for either of them, so I don't see them investing cards in this.
Agreed. Maybe I would have liked a void attack since you attack first next turn if you're LGB, and
Yeah, Void would have been good.
void would have forced a card, but
Yeah,
you know it's his build and he knows it way better. So
I mean that's true too. Like it's always
I'm very
easy.
hesitant in questioning plays.
It's really easy to be watching a game and be like, well, he should have done this, this, and this, but at the same time, it's like we don't know what's in either player's hands. The
Yeah. Plus,
formal invitation on the negotiator. Okay, he just
okay,
wants to
just
honor the
for the free
negotiator.
honor.
That makes sense. I was going to be a little confused. There's a new name.
Hmm. Okay. The new names is a bit of an overkill. Seems.
Yeah, because Netsu's
How
dying.
many?
How
Yeah.
many? How many new names?
No, like it would activate the two sensors that LGB has. So I guess there
Oh,
is.
so why
Yeah.
he's investing into this? Um,
Yeah, that it
at the
makes
same
sense.
time, like LGB has an easier time playing cards here, I think, just because he has a funeral pyre, so he's able to recoup his investments easier.
Yeah.
So him playing one or two cards.
Although funeral pyre will be playable from the next turn.
Well, no, he can
There's still
sacrifice the
you still
Yusu.
have
Oh,
nets.
it's still Netsu's in play. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you can't play your deck.
Ah. Yeah, so it also shows that I haven't played a real game of L5R in quite a long time. Okay,
Well, to
so
be
let's see.
honest, when Netsu is around and you play Sacrifice Crab, it's not a real game of L5R by
I
any
mean, that's
means.
true too, right? We do see Zorzo's one reprieve land on Netsu,
Do
so
this.
that's not great. So the way L5R works, Zorzo's probably going to see a Netsu dupe.
L5R is becoming Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mm-hmm. There's a ceaseless duty
Oh,
to stop the Yasuki. That's also a good play.
yeah.
Uh,
And we are seeing the censures open now.
yeah, and
And the
I'm
forgery.
surprised. Oh, I guess he couldn't voice because of censures. Although I probably still would have tried to voice that if you have it in hand.
I think he's waiting for it. He has not passed, so maybe he is waiting the reaction. No.
I don't know. Like trading a cancel for a cancel is
Yeah.
kind of a weird thing. It matters like who's playing first.
Yeah. I guess your priority here is canceling the assassination on the Netsu that will probably inevitably come.
Yeah,
But
I certainly wouldn't have pitched a master of the court there, but it worked out because there's Toshimoko and a Kakita
uh,
Dojo, so things might be turning into an uphill battle.
yeah, Net surviving the turn was insane. Like season of anatomies here would be huge to deal with Toshimoko, but now
Mm-hmm.
he's nothing.
Yep. Now, also, Marcus Shame is very much a real threat with a Warden of the Damned on the table. So
Oh yeah,
Zorzo needs to be at least a little cautious about fading his characters, because between uh, Marcus Shame and a Miyako, anyone is open to get killed here.
I think it's very likely that he gets killed here because LGB not playing the scene of anatomies is extremely suspicious.
Yeah.
He needs way too much faith there for it to be for nothing.
So there's throwaway void conflict. I think LGB is just happy to have whatever happens happens. Man, like
Yeah,
Zorzo can't really attack into this too comfortably because there's still two fire and oil sitting there. And that Warden of the
there's
Damned
also
is just
the second Warden of the Damned.
yeah. Oh my God,
That
Doom
would
would be
be,
fucking atrocious.
yeah, it would be huge.
Like, oh, you had a board, now you don't. I don't. I mean, I guess that makes sense to defend. Uh, so there's a dojo duel, so not going to get any cards off of that.
To be fair, Zorzo has not seen the Diplomat yet, nor a Proving Ground, so it's not like he's a hidden resources, it's just what you see on the board. If the board
Yeah,
gets removed, then he's on a very rough spot.
yeah. If the negotiator dies, Netsu's basically going to die at the end of this turn. Because
Yeah.
I don't think he has another way to save it. Oh no, he does. He has got that political duel. So I guess LGB needs to be careful about throwing the Vanguard Warrior in front of him.
Yeah. But the thing is, yeah, like even if you're LGB, you cannot take two uncontested breaks here.
Yeah, I mean you got to
And
stand in the way, but
Zorzo,
like the only problems for Cunning Negotiator is any good is broken now. So
okay, that's big.
Meditations is gonna knock the Negotiator. Um, I assume Zorzo's running Return the Offense. Yeah, I'd be real careful about standing in front of any of these.
LGB probably preferred. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, what's
Watch
going on?
Commander. Okay, that's going to make things a little spicy. Because we're going to see the Negotiator get dishonored possibly twice. And Kyuden Kakita's been used.
Also, Zorzo has no.
Nope.
He has not seen any houses to go with that, and
Yeah. So the Negotiator runs
yeah,
away, which makes sense.
seems like a good move.
Nope. Because you're not going to dishonor the Whisperer if you have any plans to dishonor the Negotiator. Because then the Whisperer
Yeah, like
becomes.
Negotiator would be dying to the Warden of the Damned if he remained there, but
Yeah.
this is one of those weird questions, like a situation where pushing through the Watch Commander might have been the play.
I don't know.
I'm not
And
sure.
I actually do not agree with dishonoring that Whisperer. Unless he's got a second Warden of the Damned, that means that any Mark of Shame that comes down is not going to do anything.
My guess is the Mark of Shame will be after the second conflict, I guess, but
Yeah, but see, now he needs a second Warden of the Damned because otherwise, because the Warden only eats one character, right?
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he's got to
this is
sacrifice a dishonored
extremely
character, so him dishonoring that character, uh,
is actually a huge mistake. Yeah.
unless he's got the second one, and then it's a 3,000 IQ play where
No, then it's still bad, isn't it?
no, because they trigger separately, right? So if he's got two dishonored characters, he's got to pitch two of them.
Yeah, but like the best case scenario is trade honor for honor.
Okay, well, the Miyako comes down over the Yasuki. Cunning Negotiator gets dishonored.
Oh,
Miyako can't attack. That's actually fine because
yeah,
there's
you
no
don't
way
mind at
around it.
all.
So now Zorzo like super can't attack. Oh, Subterranean Guile. There's Covert. I forgot he had that.
Zorzo's list is so interesting.
It is like it. I'm kind of impressed with the decks we're seeing in this. Um, so
Yeah,
so
they're
Zorzo
very
has
very unique builds.
to go fire here, right, in order to protect the negotiator.
Probably.
Uh,
Would you consider going air here, maybe to gain two?
air air's a little bit of a riskier play, especially since LGB has so much fate available to him because that kills the negotiator.
Thing
Or
is, fire just sets you up perfectly for the mark of shame. So air at least gives you something valuable.
that's true, but it makes LGB have to have a mark of shame and a second warden.
Yeah. The second warden, I don't think it exists, but like
I mean, the second
something
warden.
must be there because the season of anatomies would have been played otherwise.
Oh yeah, he can't. So okay, so there's no defense. Oh, because he wants to maintain favor. Um, Soci Divine removes the fire and oil. He wants to keep those around as much as possible. Um,
Ooh.
Netsu shutting down way to duty. That's a
Yeah.
tragedy, right? If he doesn't have a second Warden of the Damned, then dishonoring the Whisperer was absolutely a mistake. And it's a mistake that might end up costing him significantly.
Yeah. But it's LGB.
I mean, again, can't see their hands.
Yeah. My guess is he will have the second one.
He has a plan.
Yeah.
I kind of wish there was a way for Jigoku to have like a streamer spectator mode where it would show you their hands as well.
Oh, dude, that will be.
There's the second warden.
Oh, there we go, boys.
Okay, so the negotiator needs to re-honor itself, otherwise it's dying.
It doesn't have any options, only the two with the cranes.
Well, no, but he's also got the fire ring that he's currently wearing.
Yeah.
And since he put 2 fate on it, it's not likely that he has a mark of shame in hand.
What could he be setting up for something? I don't think there is anything.
I mean, he's stopping the break, which might be enough.
Yeah.
Because Netsu's gonna die. Does he have any like useful attachments? Ornate. If he has 2 ornate fans, that's great.
Oh, wait! Watch commander.
Watch commander. Okay.
He's fighting for this. Probably the katana. Yeah. That's kind of questionable.
I mean, it's got 2 fate on it, so it's not the worst thing in the world.
No, I mean like if you plan to do this, why would you not defend with the Miyako?
Because this way, if something goes south, you still maintain favor.
True, very true, but like...
I don't know if that's enough to matter, but that's
the
only reason I see for not defending with the Miyako. Because this way he can still lose the ring and keep the favor. But denying Zorzo the ring here is going to be really big. Because if that happens, I think the game is going to immediately turn to LGB's favor.
Yeah, no. I don't think I can disagree with that assessment. The thing is, Zorzo should have something. Like, if he pushes through the Watch Commander, LDB is running 0 banzais, so...
So there's a
he
wealth
only
of
has...
terrain. So he's looking for probably a Kakita Dojo. Would that even
He already
be
has
enough?
Kakita Dojo.
That's already been used. But
yeah, but like...
that wouldn't be enough. What could he possibly be digging for? Favorable ground?
the tea house.
Tea house? Tea house would help,
yeah.
and he does find one. The problem is it doesn't help enough. Well, 2 of them
2
might.
tea house.
2 tea houses will. Because 1 tea house gets rid of probably the Watch Commander? Oh no, probably the Fine Katana. And
that's kind of huge though for Zorzo. Like, he needed to pay 3 fate for this well. He probably don't want to play it this turn.
Yeah, this was definitely ahead of schedule for him. The other issue he has is finding both tea houses means at least one of them is going to go away, because otherwise it's just going to clog his provinces.
I think you keep it for a turn as it is, and then next
You
turn
can probably,
you.
well, yeah, because you got two characters on there, but like you don't want to hang on to both of them past one turn.
Yeah, yeah, of course. So now LGB needs to somehow win this. I'm trying to
Well,
see the way out.
so T House is going to bounce the Watch Commander into Katana.
I think it might be assassination here for LGB on the Netsu. Sink or swim. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I think you're right, but that's still a risky play, and I don't think he's behind enough to need to make risky plays. He's certainly having to think about it, though. Just drops an refined katana. Okay, that's not terrible. So one katana goes back. Other katana goes back. I don't know, but I like bouncing that katana. I think the Watch Commander was a better bounce.
If he bumps the Watch Commander, then LGB would win with Mr. Tsuyama.
Okay, that's fair. I was gonna say because
Yeah, the Stronghold is so bad you forget about it.
yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. It served Crab really, really well. I mean, the important thing is
No.
here that he didn't lose another province. And now that
Yeah.
Netsu's gone, he's in a decent spot, and Zorzo is a little bit locked into expensive purchases. Because you have to pitch something to make any use of Narishma.
I don't think he'll play Nerisma this turn.
He doesn't flip anything. He doesn't pitch anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't pitch anything either. You can go double Diplomat into Challenger or double Diplomat Nerisma. And either way, you're fine.
I was going to say Narishma's not going to do any super good this turn just because everything's going to be face up.
You just need some Way of the Crab protection. Maybe the second Diplomat with one.
Yeah, Diplomat into Challenger is probably good. The problem is there's two Warden of the Dams and two Fire and Oils on the table, so things may still go south for you. So we see Midnight Rebels and Weight of Duty get flipped up. So LGB is going to continue farming Suma for the rest of the game until he can absolutely push through a break.
Yeah, 6-4's Weight of Duty is not something you can scoff at.
Yeah. Although winning at Suma is going to be hard because of Honor's Reward being flipped. And we see the 1 bids, so we are in the grind portion of the game. Heated Guardian is going to do a bunch of work. So those lower bids from LGB have stopped him from being at 4 honor, which I think is pretty critical. Although the T houses are definitely going to bounce a Watch Commander or two. So there's a holding. The Watering is good enticement to block. Although it's a challenger, so any block is going to turn into an over-defend. I think this is a good conflict. I don't think you can really attack anywhere else.
Yeah, you don't have a different choice.
No. Like you can go meditations when you're down to your diplomat attacks. But
But here comes the scary part.
hmm,
If LGB sees your hand and discards the either the way of the cranes or the voices, then he can open up Mark of Shame
this is true.
insanity.
Yep. Um, being able to strip out Way of the Cranes here is going to be a big deal. And we see none of them. Bonsai, Common Cause, Court Games, Political Rival, RTO, and Voice of Honor. I think you take the Voice of Honor here. Yeah, I think Voice of Honor is what you take because that leaves you clear and free for a Way of the Crab at the end of the turn on the Heat of Guardian.
Yeah, that's
Although
very
that
true.
that'll just get eaten by the Doji Diplomat, so that's not. Well, no, after the Fate phase, it'll eat a Negotiator, a Toshimoka, or a Challenger, so that's a
The
little bit of a
voice.
scary proposition.
I kind of expect at least one of the or even two of the crane big guys to die this turn.
Yeah, if there's like Marcus Shame is still a thing, he didn't trigger it. If I was LGB, I maybe pass. Nope. Void or Fire are equally good here. Because Fire kills a person, and Void kills the Negotiator if he wins. And it looks like he's having a hard time picking between them. So we know there's an RTO. So is he
Yeah,
just going to eject off the favorable if anyone defends?
probably. You just care about not letting Zorzo break this turn.
Yeah,
Void is there just to be burned because you want to set up the way of the crab. You don't want him
yeah,
to get the void off in the Hida Guardian.
yep.
At this point, if I were George, I'd be really scared. Like,
I would
I
actually
need to do
probably.
some breaking.
I don't know. I might
No,
defend with the Cunning Negotiator here instead of Toshimoko.
yeah, it's better probably because
Because
then you can attack and break the meditations.
yeah, and but then with if the Cunning Negotiator defends, you can at least honor it off of Kyuden Kikita, and have to hope that he doesn't have a lot of way of the or a lot of Marcus Shames. So goes to weight of duty.
What? Dude, no.
No,
That's a big
like
no-no.
I would absolutely move in a Warden of the Damned
And sacrifice him, yeah.
and sacrifice him to kill the Negotiator, like on the spot.
Maybe he forgot about the favorable ground. Like, I can't hold him. It's a very complicated situation.
It is, especially since there's two fire noils that haven't been used, right? It's like
Yeah.
so. Well, we know the only thing he has that's useful for this is RTO, court games, and a political rival that shouldn't be necessary. So a big defense is not bad. It's probably going to let him keep the Cunning Negotiator, though.
Maybe there was a line here.
Oh, no. The Cunning Negotiator can actually use Way to Duty. I was mistaken. This is the second province where it's useful. That's also why he went with the Diplomat. So when the Negotiator wins the
Wait.
Weight of Duty, when the
Yeah,
Negotiator wins,
but
it can fire Weight of Duty to sack the Diplomat to kill the Warden of the Damned.
okay, so you kill the warden. I can get behind that.
Yeah, and I imagine that's the line we're going to see. So we're probably not going to see the tea house fire because you want to get rid of.
Are we gonna assume that LGB has no? How many common causes does he run? He runs only two. He doesn't run three, so maybe he doesn't have it.
Common causes for LGB.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he can
Two.
hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because someone's going to get bowed. Uh, oh, the tea house bounced the watch commander, so maybe
Oh,
Zorzo doesn't see that line. Because that would
thing
be.
is, if LGB uses favorable ground now and moves the Hidden Guardian away, then
Yeah, that would have been
Zorzo
better.
cannot duel.
Yep.
Oh, he messed
We.
up. Yeah.
Oh no! What is going on here? Cunning negotiator versus warden. That is 9 versus 4.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
two
what the hell's going
two
on
mess
here?
ups.
Zorzo chooses. How does Zorzo choose to trigger? That's got to be a graphical glitch.
No, no, no.
Because
I think they
LGB won
trigger it
that.
in a different action window
Yeah, but why does Zorzo get to trigger it? He didn't win.
because he won.
No, the warden was at 10.
Oh, wait. Why did he choose the warden?
I don't know.
Ah, it's of their choice, right?
Oh,
I'm
it's
fucking
oh,
dumb.
it's.
Yeah, I'm so used to getting bullied duel by
Oh
him in
yeah.
this
So
game.
usually it doesn't matter. So yeah, this
Yeah, so first
means
action hit a guardian and the whole play was blocked. Nothing you
okay.
can do.
Okay, yeah, no, that now makes
That
sense.
that explains a lot of stuff. But then
Yes.
updating Tau was probably better with
So
Tosmoko.
so that should just be a graphical glitch. Zorzo shouldn't be able to resolve
Yeah.
fire and oil or weight of duty here. Zorzo is going to hemorrhage some honor here. LGB plays the ceaseless duty. Why did Zorzo get to resolve that? What have I missed? Did Zorzo not or did LGB not win that duel?
Wait. What the? Eh?
But control of the duel's winner may trigger the attack province action ability as if they control the province.
He used his own weight of duty, man. He has a
Oh
weight of duty of
Jesus
his own.
Christ! Okay.
We are fucking blind. Okay.
Okay.
What the hell?
Oh
Okay.
God. Fuck me.
Guys,
Okay.
we made it. We
Yeah,
still have eyes.
we got there. So Princess
Insane
Engineer
line though.
gets
The Caesar's
a
duty.
funeral pyre and gets rid of the fire and oils.
Yeah, no more honor to spend on that.
Yeah, no, there's no more. And this will let him get cards back, and we need to see a favorable grounds out. Oh no, he's just going to wait a duty to dishonor the negotiator.
Yeah, makes sense.
Just go ahead and brute force that. I would still favorable out the Hida Guardian. And attack air just. I mean, I guess you can go first. I'd still attack into this just to leave only one ring with fate on it.
Yeah, you probably want to attack her. You need it desperately.
Well, I mean, he's not going to win because it's a political conflict and there's a Doji diplomat standing there.
You have the favor.
Oh, you do have the favor, so it is 2-2.
Yeah,
And
you're
yeah,
forcing the
no,
card at least.
yeah, no. Well, no, he has no cards left to play. He's played the court games. The RTO hasn't gotten played yet, but that's not going to matter.
Nothing can be done actually, right?
Yeah. So Hida
Oh,
Guardian goes out. I think
would
this
it
is
be
the
too
turn.
greedy to go for Earth? This is the swing turn, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this like And I kind of get the feeling that this ring choice is actually going to matter a whole lot, and I think air is definitely the safer play. Oh no, he can't win here
Why?
because honors reward. He needs to go to city because that Doji
Oh,
Diplomat's
he
going to
messed
heaven
up.
for
He
glory.
messed
He needed
up.
to go to city because weight of duty's
Yeah.
already been used.
Yeah, that's a mess up.
Yeah, that's a big thing. So he's going to lose favor. That's not okay.
Oh,
Court game's down.
okay. He makes us bite our tongue again and again. He has a whole game plan like set out.
Oh, political
He
rival.
oh.
Well,
Okay, he forced him. He forced him.
it's a force. And again, this is more about, I think, taxing resources than it is like immediate victories. I think we're definitely seeing a longer term strategy.
Yeah.
We need to see the Vanguard Warrior pop onto the Overwarden.
And I expect to see a mark of same as well.
That would be really big. Mark of Shame on Toshimoko.
Well,
Yep.
yeah.
And I think the game has just turned.
Uh, I'm waiting just a second to see if he also has a Wave the Crab. If he does, then
Oh god, Away of the Crab here would be fucking brutal. Well, I
yeah,
mean,
then
either way.
everything like
Ugh. There are no
oof,
good.
everything is dying. Holy
That,
LGB, what have you made?
this warms my blackened little heart.
Holy moly, like
This is big. And the funeral
not gonna
pyre.
lie, I didn't expect LGB's build to work so well against Nets turn one.
So I have attempted to make Warden of the Damned decks before. We did not see Away of the Crab. Uh,
We
I
can still see it. Wait, his first player.
Yeah, but why not play it in the Dynasty phase?
For suspense.
No, okay, yeah, maybe he's making for good content. Okay, so we see Hitasugi. That is clearly just there for weight of duty.
Yeah.
Hida Itsuji is a big thing. Um, Although I expect we're going to see a political rival attack at Meditations now. Uh, Dazzling Duelist with one. That is a throwaway duel. And a Shrewd Yasuki.
Now, if you're Zorzo and you see those Warden of the Damned, you need to survive this turn as
Yes.
for them to die, and then you're free to play big guys again.
Yeah, because he's only running the two.
Yeah.
However, Ceaseless Duty is still on the table. We've only seen one of those out of.
He
Oh no,
plays
we've seen
one
two.
more,
We've
and
seen two.
okay, so it's
Uh,
just one reprieve left for LGB.
yep, and I think
I'm proud
Zorzo
of
is
him.
out of. This is a
Yeah,
very spicy game. You are correct, Hida. Aishi? Yeah, this is a tight game.
game is super spicy. And also, like this version of Crab, I have seen to be fair, I've seen Action Johnny give it some swings, but like Saucy Diviner and like the other spicy decks
Yeah,
that
the one-ofs are really good inclusions. Or not the one-ofs, but like
yeah,
the wild card cards are kind of exciting. So we're going to see an Earth conflict at Rich Frog. This actually makes a lot of sense since both players have a weight of duty. Um,
yeah.
and I think,
Rival is getting weight of duty.
yep. And I think LGB is the only one that has the board to actually leverage it. And with it at Suji, he can do it twice.
Ooh,
So
that,
there's the.
that's a draw there. Maybe Yasuke attacking was not the wisest choice.
No, probably going under the Heat of Guardian since you only have the one funeral pyre would have been.
Yeah, or just the Sugi as well.
Well, you want to go with two characters, right? Because you have two weight of duties to use. So political rival's going to get turned sideways, and then the other challenger's going to get turned sideways.
Yeah, and suddenly Zorzo is out of characters.
Yeah,
He does have common causes though,
this is true.
which I,
But that
we
would
we
require
we
him
don't know
to,
one card in his hand, right?
yes. But we also don't know. Oh, and then, oh, yep, there's a challenger getting bowed. Um, so now Zorzo is kind of in a hard spot because he has to go. He's used his Kyuden Kakita. The rival is dying anyway. The Whisperer either has to go, kind of has to go fire here, right? Because that'll at least save the challenger.
I mean, he'll try, I guess. Do you have any other, like maybe you go air to stop it and keep pushing LGB there, but
Well, no, because like with
I think you are just throwing away a ring now. Like
oh
you did.
no,
Oh, dude.
no, come
Okay, okay,
on,
we're back.
not
We're
not not
back.
like
We're
this,
back. We're back.
not
We're
like
back. We're
this.
back. Okay. Like for me, this turn looks like LGB is about to seal the deal.
Yeah, I think so. Zorzo's still present, and LGB. Yep. Okay. Woohoo!
Okay.
We're good. Okay. Yeah. So Zorzo has. Does he have another political rival in his deck, or is it just the one? He's got two. So that could matter. So yeah, he's going fire, so he's going to try and save the challenger. I think if he had the rival, oh, hang on, I have to ban someone from my chat.
I don't like attacking the fire here.
I mean, if you win, it keeps the challenger alive.
You can't win.
I mean, hope springs eternal.
You
You're
probably want to attack with a ring here just to throw it, like
uh,
to remove it from the table. Uh,
God, this
which
is just
maybe should
awful.
have been void.
So we see a big old defend.
Yeah,
I
and
probably would have defended with a Warden of the Damned with the Watch Commander on it. Oh, no, never mind.
uh,
No. Well,
yeah,
it disincentivizes playing cards, which is kind of important.
no, it's not about that. You have the stronghold, so no matter what you win, since you have the Hidden Guardian in the conflict as well. But if you if you defend with the Warden of the Damned, like you can aim to bait Zorzo into using the house. That's the only
Okay.
thing
Yeah.
that could be different, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think. Uh,
Zorzo would do it, yeah.
I don't think there's any cards that. Okay, an RTO. That's
Okay, cool.
fine, I guess. Because
Yeah, probably.
that Whisperer has to what, defend military now?
Uh, it can either defend or poke back. Both are valid.
Well, no, because if I assume LGB is going to go air here, right? Because he's going to be costing Zorzo 2 honor off the rival and challenger, and then another 1 or 2 off the air ring.
Maybe void.
Void would wipe the board.
Yeah, and also he is keeper of air. So if Zorzo chooses to not defend and attack instead, then it's better if you leave the air on the table.
Okay, we see
Very very rough choice though.
Hida Guardian gets thrown on a pyre. Common cost to stand a political rival.
Oh.
No, sorry, common cost to stand a dazzling duelist. That's actually not great.
Yeah,
Because that just means if LGB. Okay, there's no fate, so you can't throw another mark of shame. But since he's attacking political, if he's got like another court games in him,
I think LGB might pass the conflict here.
I think I would too. Nope, apparently not. It's gonna go.
He has Big brain does more than once or
I mean,
twice, so
right? Because
yeah.
he looked at cards on the table and didn't lose his shit over weight of duty being used. Okay, so goes to Suma. I don't like that Whisperer defense.
It's very likely that he has a fan. We have not seen any fans. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Reconnecting?
Oh, no, I haven't got that message.
Okay, that was just me. Thank God.
Okay.
Whew. I rather drop than the game ends like this.
Right? Because this is a really good game. I'm kind
Yeah.
of excited to be streaming this.
Oh wait.
Oh man.
No clue if I'm allowed to drink alcoholic beverages on stream or no.
I mean, I've been drinking scotch. I finished some scotch while we were streaming, so if Twitch wants to take it up with me, they're welcome
Cool.
to.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the defense of the Whisperer, and he just lets that go. So now Duelist is going to get Covert off to Subterranean Guile. There are no rings that really matter, so this is just for a straight break. So Zorzo's still not quite out of it, although he is down 6 cards to 2, which is kind of a big deal.
He might even have an advantage here. How do you like? You somehow need to be able to stop the all-in in the next turn. How many rivals does he play?
How many?
Plays 2.
Okay.
Okay, so Zorzo
Yep.
has an option here of bidding 5 and going all in. Ooh, keeping the dodge on the trauma was great, yes.
Yeah, no,
He got punished for it. Double proving ground though.
Yeah, but that's not like.
Yeah,
Because
that's not what you want.
there's a Revels on the table, so that negotiator's not going to do shit.
It's gonna draw you 2 cards or even 4 cards.
I mean, sure, but that's not like super enough to break, especially not when there's a broker with a funeral pyre and a disciple of Shinsei. So I don't know. This is like
I don't like the negotiator buy here.
I mean, what else is he gonna buy?
Nerissima, pray, bid 5, see political rival, win. But
Yeah,
that's
I
1 out
guess
of
that
5.
would do it, but that is
Yeah,
not what we
that is
see
a 1
happen.
out of 5 chance. And a very hypothetical scenario, of course.
Sure.
Really interesting.
This is definitely an interesting game because I think Zorzo.
Eh?
Okay, so
Okay.
this disciple gets thrown on the funeral pyre for a card and gets rid of the subterranean guile.
Okay, so the problem here is LGB has no way to sacrifice in conflict as a broker player.
Yeah. Well, no, there's no money.
Yeah.
This is definitely awkward. So
if you poke water and you just survive the turn, then the negotiator can win the game.
yes.
No.
We're seeing an all-in push here.
Why?
Why would you not? Why? Wait, no, because okay, so he's got a duelist that's big numbers, so that's gonna bow 2 people off the Kakita Dojo, right?
He can't bow a Tsuji though.
Not automatically, although if oh man, this is just fucking awkward.
Wait, we have seen a Banzai back when he broke up holding authority. He's been saving a bonsai
Oh,
this
he
whole
does.
time.
You're right. There is the bonsai there.
So if that bonsai gets through, LGB does not run a bonsai. So he needs to be able to censor it. Forgery is not online because of fate.
Yep. And well, he doesn't have the censure either, so because he doesn't have the favor.
So
Yeah, he's got a.
what else
Oh
can he
man.
do?
Not
Oh,
enough.
oh
I don't.
maybe for shame, but
He's got what?
maybe
One for shame.
he has one for shame
One
to,
for
and
shame.
he'll be honored.
Oh no,
He'll
wait.
be
He has Miyako's. He's actually okay.
if Himiyako's ever broke, if he gets a fate that way, and then he
Yeah.
has lines.
Yes. But
And also
also he can
if he
all
gets
in
bowed.
defend here and still come back with a Miyako. The water ring being off the table is not great. He
Oh,
didn't
right.
he didn't
That
use Suki
is not.
first. Well, so he did Nishiyama first because he doesn't have the honor to get into a bidding war over a dojo duel with Atsuji.
Thing is, you kind of waste the Kakita Dojo because now if LGB has a common cause, then he can untap the Tsuji by sacrificing the tap Yasuki, and he gets a fate extra.
That's also true too. Oh,
Ooh,
there's the bonsai.
yeah. You
So
also have to get over the 7
I was gonna
skill of
say like
the.
one
Yeah, that's a lot
one
of
good
skill.
thing Shiro Nishiyama has going for it is that big old +3 in the top left. and
Steady as
and
hell.
he might gas out on this. Now the downside is Cunning Negotiator is going to stand off the water ring, right? Oh no! Wait, why is he conceding?
Yeah, why? He dies to honor. Uncontested air loss.
Oh, so then
Oh,
he doesn't have any Miyakos in his hand or common causes.
yeah, there were.
Oh
The game
man,
was amazing.
that was
Like it looked certainly like
if
LGB was winning, but
if I were LGB or
amazing.
Zorzo watch this afterwards, well done. That
Yeah,
was
give them a clap, guys. Like that's invitational gameplay right there.
yeah, no, that was fucking amazing. Yeah,
And
that
mad
was
shoutouts like Zorzo. I think almost nobody had him picked to beat LGB. But yeah, like Brazil, they have a really deep talent pool. And what builds as well, very unique.
yeah, no, that was a great game, and I'm glad uh, that I was able to stream it on the last minute because it would be kind of a shame for people not to be able to see this.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that's all we got. Thank you, Panos, for. Am I saying that right?
Thank you for having me. Hope I wasn't too much of a burden.
No, it was great. You helped out a bunch. I kind of feel bad that we look like idiots on that Weight of Duty plane.
Like, okay, yeah, but
Yeah, but you know,
for
I
some
think
reason also George activated it right after the duel, and we're like, yo, what's
yeah,
going on? Okay.
I think besides that, we did a pretty good job on this.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, that was I think the third game we've had at the Invitational so far, maybe the fourth. Um, if anyone else wants to hop in on streaming this, hit up Jmart. Right now, it's kind of falling on Panos, Oscar, and myself to do the streams, and we can't be
Yeah.
here all the time. So help would be great. Otherwise, you know, we'll get as many of these as we can, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.
See you guys.